Benque police believe that on Sunday, Guatemalan Rudy Salazar was shot and fell into the Mopan River, just across from the Clarissa Falls Resort. He was listed as missing, since the condition of the river made any successful search unlikely. But nature did what the police couldn't, and at around 11 on Thursday morning, a Cala Creek resident saw the body floating near the Hammock Bridge in the community at around 11 a.m.
Information received of a body floating in the Macal River, somewhere behind Cala Creek village. CIB personnel from Benque Viejo responded to the area where they saw a body floating about 15 feet from the riverbanks. The body was observed to be a male person, a male Hispanic person. Had on a black short pants and a blue shirt with a dragon design. The body was identified to the police to be one Rudy Lionel Salazar, 22 years old, Guatemalan laborer of Suchitan, Melchor, Guatemala. The body was retrieved from the water and was transported to a safe location.
That safe location was this quarry located next to the transfer station outside of Sokots. The procedure to deal with decomposed bodies is to guard it until the medical examiner arrives, usually the next day, and then do an on-site autopsy. But in this case, the police didn't think it wise to stay overnight in that remote village so near to the Guatemalan border, guarding the body of a Guatemalan who had been murdered. This morning, the fire used to burn the gloves and other autopsy equipment was still lit, while white lime marked the spot where the procedure was done.
At the time, they observed a gunshot wound to his upper back and also a gunshot wounds to the lower back. So there were two gunshot wounds, which one from the upper back exited the throat area and the one from the lower back exited his chest area. The result of the post-mortem is that he died from asphyxiation by drowning. From my understanding from the doctor, that if he had remained on land, he had a 50-50 chance of survival.
The post-mortem examination has also indicated that the shots were at close range with a small caliber weapon. Police believe that supports information they have received, which suggests that the men were followed across from Suchitan by another Guatemalan. Suchitan is a small barrio north of Melchor, which is a gang stronghold.
We are looking closely at the report, and there are some other things that we need to do follow up on, because as we were, I won't say speculate, but as you mentioned, and even he himself, Rodriguez did mention that he believed that they were followed from Guatemala. There could be a possibility, because from what we are understanding or from our information is that Salazar, along with the other male person who went back to Guatemala, are very problematic people in the community, and the sentiment of the people from there was that they felt a sense of relief when they got the news of his passing.
There were reports from media sources on Thursday claiming an armed confrontation between police and Guatemalan villagers where the body was discovered. Those reports were not accurate.
We have not heard of any confrontation. We have only heard, and this was yesterday, that about 15 Guatemalans were in the area. But we cannot confirm if that is true or not. At no time there were no contact. There were not even any sighting of any Guatemalan personnel in the area yesterday.
The Guatemalan authorities had promised to deliver up the man known as Cochablanca for questioning. Bowden says that has proven difficult since even the authorities tread very carefully in Suchitan. Mike Rodon for News 5.